Hi, we're looking at problem 1110, which deals with the OfficeMax chain, and they tend to offer some products that are with rebates can be priced at approximately zero. And they have two goals with that: to lure customers into the store hoping they'll buy other non-sale items, and also to acquire the names and telephone numbers of potential customers that they could sell to other folks. And they had offered 100 pack of CD-ROMs. That the book gives you details on that, but the point we're concerned about is that they had a limited number of packages, there were no rain checks, and there were 2,800 packages in stock in all the OfficeMax stores. So that 2,800 is the population, and there were a random sample taken of 122 buyers. And each of those 122 people were asked to report the total value of the other purchases made that day. And what we're trying to do is estimate with 95% the total spent on other products purchased by those who bought the CD-ROMs. So over in column A, we've got the purchases that those 122 people made other than that CD-ROM. So we're going to calculate a confidence interval for mu. We're going to use this x bar plus or minus the t with alpha. The alpha is going to be 0.05 divided by 2, which is going to give us 0.025 times the s divided by the square root of n. So let's see how this all works. We're going to begin by calculating the average, the x bar. So it's equal to average, and in this case we're going to start in cell A2, so we type in A2 colon, and we're going to A123 because we knew there was 122 in the sample, and since we started on 2 rather than 1, we'd have to add 1 to that. So we get that. We get an x bar of 5904. And then with that t, we have t for 025. Remember, we're going for 95%, but it could be either the average, we'll cut out the 0.025 on each side, so that's why we divided that by 2, and we had 122 in the sample, so our degrees of freedom is 120. So if we go to page 311, table 4, I'm just going to pop that up real quick. We have this table indicating the critical values of the student t distribution. So we go to t 0.025, and we go down to 120 degrees of freedom, and we get that t-score right there of 1.980. So that's what we have, 1.98, and I could put the 0 in. I don't know if it'll show. I suppose if I added one more 0, there it is. So once we've done that, we've got x bar, the t-score, and now we need s, which is the standard deviation of that sample. So, equal STD, estimate standard deviation based on a sample. So double click there, and again that same range that I used for the x bar, A2 colon A123, and now I hit enter. So that's 20.624. And if I wanted to show fewer decimal places there, I could reduce that down to 20.62. And then in this case, we know that our n is the 122. So equal square root of 122. Enter, and that gives us 11.045361. So with that, now what we need to do is calculate the lower confidence level. So it's going to be equal to x bar, and it's the plus or minus, so in this case it's going to be minus G4, which is the t, and we're going to multiply that by s divided by the square root of n. And if we do that, we should end up with 55.34, which is what we get here. And again, I'll just so 34635, somewhere right in there. And let's do it again for the upper confidence level. Equals x bar plus the t times the standard deviation divided by the square root of n. And in that case, we're going to get 62.74. Again, I'll go up here and decrease the number of decimal places showing, and so that gives us the average, and then times the 28 packages, we're going to go equal the lower confidence level times the number of packages, because again, we've calculated that as the average, so we've got on the low end 154,969, and yours could be slightly different depending on rounding, but and then for the upper it's going to be 6274 times total packages. For the upper control confidence limit, upper confidence level of $175,674.41. So you can use this. It'll be helpful. What problem did I? For problem number 10. And just to let you know, I'm not going to do problem 1114 because that really I don't think is going to help you with the homework I've assigned. So I'll stop with this now and come back and do 1116, 1120, and 1124.